What's up, you all? And as requested, Miss Lisa Fisher, ex Morgan James, who I'm not familiar with. I don't think Miss Sohyang. Now, belting battle. Now, keep in mind, I don't really take these lists seriously anymore because the audio qualities are always all over the place, especially depending if you got a 90s performance with a 2010s performance. It just ain't gonna work. It's just how it is. But I'm gonna try. Let's get right on into it. And I'm gonna be honest as I possibly can, given the circumstances, as always. Hey. Oh, how was that joke? Just like that. Sing. Sing. She's got a nice warm tone. I don't remember reacting to her. Much brighter immediately. Lighter. I really can't compare. I mean, Lisa Fisher's clip was way older, and you can tell with the audio quality immediately that it was, the clip just wasn't as crystal clear as either of the two ladies. What I will say is about Miss Morgan James, I'm sorry. I love the weight. I love the warmer, darker sort of tone, the fuller tone of her voice. You know what I mean? As compared to like Sohyang, but Sohyang technically was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But hers is immediately hers was brighter and lighter. You could that's the biggest difference. Hers was a heavier tone. Miss Sohyang's was a brighter, lighter tone, easier. Some people would say it's less pushed. I don't know though. I think that's just her natural tone. I don't know. Miss Lisa Fisher was incredible too, but again, her clip it was a totally different audio quality. I mean, I can't get a good read. Gotta play. Sing. Okay. Ooh, I gotta get at this. She's going on. Oh. I love that one too. Ooh. Oh, nah, but it's Sohyang for that one. I'm a sucker for a held, sustained, powerful, crystal clear belt like hers, and hers was properly sustained. The other one was phrasing, and it was a short, hitting the note short. Well, Miss Lisa Fisher's was. Morgan James was really good too, but Miss Sohyang's with that vibrato in it. That's my preference, man. I just love her the most on that particular note. The transition, the seamlessness. Oh my God! Look how far she was from that mic, and the resonance that's still the rung. Ooh, sustain. That's good too. Sustain. Ooh, in the Bible. That's a heady mix of ooh, that's hard. That's between Lisa Fischer and Miss Sohyang for me. The reason being, again, Sohyang be sustaining these notes, and the way she held it crystal clear, not forced, and then that vibrato came in steadily at the end there. That was beautiful. But Miss Lisa Fischer, she hit that joint. First of all, the dynamics were crazy. I know we're not counting the dynamics, but if we were, I'd give it to Lisa. But completely. But the dynamics, the transition, and the just the seamlessness of that was just excellent. The head voice, I mean, it's heavenly head voice. And but her note, she sustained that joint and went way back from the mic, and she was still just as resonant, and just projection is just incredible. I couldn't believe how far back she was away from that mic and still projecting like that. And two, giving her clip audio qualities for some reason is just not as good as the other ones. The quality. I think it's her, Sohyang, for me, for the reasons I listed. Just the projection of hers was incredible, and the dynamics was sick. But we're not going to count that. Let's continue. Ooh, volume control. Wait, that was too quick. Hey. I love the jump, the big leap that Morgan did on hers. Just powerful, and again, the audio quality for Morgan's was more loud and more powerful than even Sohyang's at that one too. Lisa Fischer's was so short; it was a brief stint. But Sohyang's again was sustained with that beautiful vibrato. I don't know. I feel like I prefer Morgan's there. Hers was a little more just. I'll be honest, just her clip was sounded better. It was more. It had more punch to it. Audio quality. It sounds sort of compressed. That's the word, compressed. For Sohyang and Lisa Fischer, as opposed to hers, was crystal clear. Hey. You better growl! My God! You never lie. That was a good mix. Lisa Fischer's was my personal favorite. I'll be honest with you. I mean, the dynamics here, the growls, it just how savage those growls were. I mean, look, if this was a video about dynamics, she would have been kicking butt regardless of her videos for some reason being extremely short compared to the rest and extremely compressed. She still would have been killing it. But when it comes to the note, my personal favorite was Lisa Fischer. I'm just going to be honest. The growls, I mean, you know what I mean? But the clarity of Sohyang's, I cannot discount that. I cannot discount that perfect mix, that clarity, just that potent, crystal clear, and not too forced, just the perfect, just an incredible mix, an incredible connected voice Miss Sohyang has, especially in them high notes, man. I mean, she is something totally different in her higher belts. But Lisa Fischer, the dynamics she's giving here, the growls, the transitions, the head voice. I mean, oof. But it's supposed to be a belting battle. But you know, let's continue. You see, I could barely hear that. It's so compressed. Oh my. Oh Lord. Do you hear the difference between the quality though? Like, I'm not just saying this, like it's massive. Sustain. I gotta give that one to Morgan James. I mean, it was so freaking powerful. It was a little shaky though. I did notice that the vibrato was a little shaky at times. It might have been a little forced. I still do think honestly that Sohyang has the best technique. It wasn't nearly as forced as Morgan James, but Morgan James was just so powerful, and so much more powerful than the other two. Um, Again, taking into account audio quality, I know not fair, but I mean hers was in a different league as far as projection goes, or as its audio quality. I don't know why y'all do this to me. Ooh, sustain, sustain, sustain. Hey, and friends. Say Morgan. My God. Woo. Man, that's hard between Morgan and Miss Sohyang there. It sounds like they were singing a similar song. Morgan did even more, did a few more like riffs and runs and ad libs. Her clip I feel was a little longer. Her climax. Uh, ah, this is hard. I personally preferred Morgan's there. I preferred hers. And just the run, she did a little bit more there, a little bit more dynamics there, and it was just as powerful. I mean, but Miss Sohyang is just, she's excellent. She's technically just, I can't say anything bad about her. I really cannot. I don't want to, but you know, I'm trying to, it's hard because it's comparison. But anyway, they were both excellent. Miss Lisa Fisher's, again, I could hardly hear her note in comparison to the other two clips. That's just. You better. Sustain. Who hits and sustains a G5 that with that much clarity and control for that long? And she is nowhere. She's way past the 90s, her prime. But I feel like she's still in her prime. Is she on that Patti LaBelle type stuff? Because that's just ridiculous. That's a full belt. I know her head voice is even better than ever. I watched some of her new stuff, so I know the way that she explores her head voice, her transitions. That's better than it's ever been. Her control has been better than ever. But usually the chest usually goes first. You know, with age and heavy usage, and just when you're a superstar traveling around the world using it just our everyday. You know what I mean? But her that chest voice, that mix is still just exquisite. It's excellent. Crystal clear. Again, the audio, even audio included, it sounded amazing. I heard that loud and clear. Oh my goodness. That was excellent too. That wind up to it, that was very Christina Aguilera. Very in the little riff she was doing. Why is that whole thing was very Christina Aguilera. I mean, first of all, I like how they're singing songs that it's either the same song or it sounds very much like it, so it's easier to compare that way. It's more fair. I like that they're doing that, man. I just don't know. Hers was the easiest, the less forced version, sustained, and that vibrato is beautiful again. I really love Lisa Fisher's though. Personally, I love Lisa Fisher's, but I could tell that Sohyang's just was way less forced, way less push, way easier. The tone was still crystal clear. Sohyang gives you consistency and clarity no matter what. And it seems the higher up she goes, the greater gaps get when you do comparisons with her. I mean, she just really blooms the higher up she get. But I love Lisa Fischer's too, though. Y'all can't make me pick. I'll leave that up to y'all. Y'all can't make me. That's ridiculous. The ref support, the still that high, the clarity. Save. What the heck? Sing. Holy! Immediately, the power of hers, the projection of her note, that potency, it was way more powerful than the other two. The other twos were incredible, don't get me wrong. Incredible. And again, which is irritating me again, Lisa Fischer's, it wasn't nearly as the audio, it wasn't nearly as clear as the other two. And I just don't think that's fair. I don't like that part of this video. I just don't, no offense to the person, but I just don't, I don't think that's fair at all what they're doing. But nonetheless, the fact that they all hit it and just the clarity, but Sohyang's, her projection in her clip was on another different level. Again, I don't know if that's audio quality differences or what, but I got to give that to Sohyang as far as how it was projected. It was phenomenal. All of them were phenomenal, but hers just more power, man, more power. And I feel like every other video, pretty much, Sohyang is, like I said, the lead is gonna grow and grow for her, because the higher up you get, you reach in her domain. That's how it is. and phrasing up there. That's just ridiculous, and she's way past her prime. Sounds fidgety, man. But that's ridiculous. Woo! Come on! Good gracious. I mean, I love Lisa Fischer's, and Sohyang's was just ridiculous as well. I mean, both Lisa Fischer and Sohyang did that darn thing for me. It's the phrasing up there which gets me. I mean, they're starting to. A5 is when they start, I'll be honest, kind of sound like chipmunks. But I mean, crystal clear chipmunks. That's a good thing, you know. Crystal chipmunks. They talk, but they're crystal clear. The clarity is excellent, you know. It doesn't sound like screeching, you know what I mean. But they all, the ability to phrase up there and to sustain up there is very incredible. But something about Lisa Fischer's and Sohyang's, they did it for me. Yeah, it's between them two for me. It's starting to hurt. Wow, you better. I got to turn this down. It's starting to hurt. It's starting to hurt. I guess I give that to Sohyang. It was by far the most powerful note, and it nearly killed me. By far the most powerful and potent note. Morgan James though was also incredible, and her I felt like her pitch up there with that guitar chord was just phenomenal, and I love hers too. But Miss Sohyang's the power was in a whole nother league. It's incredible. And the fact that like 99% of these are again way past her prime, it's just ridiculous. Oh my God. Oh, it was absolutely absurd. The stamina, the breath support that took, as high as she is, and she just, I mean, in the dynamics, the agility, it was a little much for me. I'll be honest, it was a lot for me, but the fact that she can do it, I mean, not many other people can actually do that. You know what I mean? I mean, just ridiculous. I'm speechless by that. With vibrato and runs after the fact. I just. I mean, at this point, Morgan James, I think, I think hers impressed me just a little bit more. Just the clarity in hers, the control on hers as well, and just I don't know, there's just something about hers that impressed me the most there. Like I said, they started to sound like chipmunks to me back at A5. I'll be honest, they did. At a certain point, it's like, this is too high. This is too high. Okay, you singing to cats and dogs at this point, dolphins. You're singing to dolphins at this point. You know what I mean? I was not expecting them to be. I did not know that Lisa Fisher. I didn't know Morgan James. Period. As far as I remember, I might have rapped to her. Y'all might be like, "Don't y'all remember?" No, unfortunately, I don't. But I had no idea that Lisa Fisher could mix this high. I had no idea. I know she could whistle. I know she had an incredible head voice. Her dynamics are sick. I knew all that, but I had no idea she could mix this high. And after so many years, still singing, because he seemed relatively, I think all but the first clip, maybe the first clip or two, is her in the 2000s, well into the 2000s, way past her prime. That's crazy that she's still doing that. I mean, it's just it's crazy. You better sustain that head voice. Her head voice is one of the greatest to me. Her, oh my. That sounds like a straight up opera sing. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Is she classically trained like an opera singer? Oh, that's just ridiculous. The heaviness and the power and the fullness of her head voice. Um, and the fact that she just did that song, you know that movie I watched. It's a funny movie I watched where this woman, she was like a famous opera singer, but she would sing that song and she thought she was killing it. She thought for sure she was killing it, but everybody bought her music. They were actually laughing at her, but she thought they were laughing in enjoyment and pleasure. You know, she thought that she was just great, but she was flat the whole time. She was the opera singer known for being flat and just extremely confident. Anyway, all that to say that's that is ridiculous. That sounded like a proper classically trained opera singer, and only they can have such fullness and such fullness in the head voice, such heaviness in that head voice like that. That's what she gave me there. Absolutely incredible. Sound like that mic is about to blow up in her face. Man, look. As I said in the video, this comes down. What this comes down to is, honestly, like I said, a lot of Lisa Fischer's clips were just not as good as quality. It just is how it is, and I did not like that at all. But what I will say is, when it comes to dynamics, when it comes to dynamics, she takes the cake big time, and even in this video, she takes the cake. The growls, the transitions, the head voice, everything that she was doing, the fluidity, even still, it just stood out above the rest. Now, Miss Morgan James, she is a beast. I love the fullness of her voice, naturally, her fullness, no matter where she was in her range. That fullness, I think she had the fullest voice, as far as I could tell, with you know, the difference. As far as I could tell in this video, she had the fullest voice, the fullest belt. Her head voice was the heaviest and most operatic, properly operatic. I mean, the way she did that score, that I'm not even gonna try. Not right now. Not even gonna try, but that famous opera, those famous opera notes that she hit, she did an incredible job, and just, I mean, she sounds like a legitimately classically trained opera singer in her head voice. Ridiculous. And Miss Sohyang, when it comes to the higher mixes, the higher, she's the most consistent, by far the most consistent. Her tone is the most consistent throughout this video. I mean, she never pushes too hard. And she gets better and better the higher she gets. You know what I mean? She gets more powerful, more potent, her notes, and she's just, I mean, overall, she's just the most consistent, the best technical singer, at least when it comes to belting. Now, again, you know, like I said, Lisa Fischer for the dynamics for me all day, every day. And I'm most impressed, though, with Miss Lisa Fischer because, again, 99.9% of these clips, she is way out of her prime, way out of the 90s. And she is still hitting the notes that they are just as well as they are. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And again, the dynamics blew me away time and time again. She just amazed me most because, yeah, I mean, she's like in her 50s now. And still going like this is nuts. But anyway, and I didn't know she could go that high. Like I said, she could mix that high. You know what I mean? It's just, she's still ridiculous. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Thank you all for liking and subscribing. And please continue to support your favorites. Peace.